Hello. Today is Sunday, August 2nd, 2026. Here is your daily signal. Major oil companies are seeing huge profits as the U.S.-Iran conflict disrupts petroleum shipments, with Fortune highlighting Chevron's record quarterly earnings while ExxonMobil's income also soared. The ongoing U.S.-Iran tensions stem from long-standing political and military disputes, heavily impacting oil production and exports in the Persian Gulf region where Iran, a vital OPEC member and fifth-largest oil exporter globally, faces U.S. sanctions and military actions that ripple through markets. According to Reuters, Brent crude prices jumped 2% after U.S. airstrikes near Tehran, while Bloomberg reports Chevron's Q2 profits climbed 18% on price spikes, and the Financial Times notes OPEC convened emergency talks to address resulting market instability. With higher oil prices, inflation is expected to rise and gasoline costs are increasing for consumers in North America, Europe, and Asia. If the current environment persists, major oil companies like Chevron and ExxonMobil could keep posting record profits. Medium-term consequences may include disrupted global supply chains, especially for petrochemicals and aviation fuel, and additional escalation could trigger coordinated international responses, such as strategic petroleum reserve releases. Next, onto monetary policy in India. Bloomberg reports Indian companies are planning fresh price hikes, as consumer prices surpassed the Reserve Bank of India's 4% inflation target for the first time in nearly 18 months due to rising food and fuel costs. The RBI manages inflation with monetary policy, adjusting repo rates and liquidity in the banking system. Recent spikes in India's inflation are driven by global crude oil prices and poor monsoon seasons affecting food and fuel, while the RBI aims to keep CPI inflation close to its 4% target range. On August 1, 2026, the RBI maintained the repo rate at 6.50%, warning that CPI inflation could breach its upper tolerance band in Q3 if commodity prices remain high, and Governor Shaktikant Das announced ongoing price monitoring and potential liquidity measures. Near-term, persistently high inflation may mean households pay more for groceries and transportation, which risks dampening consumer demand, while banks could delay lending rate cuts, slowing credit and investment in the economy. If inflation continues, the RBI may tighten policy further, potentially reducing GDP growth and raising unemployment, while fiscal interventions like subsidies or price controls could become necessary through coordination between RBI and the Finance Ministry. Let's turn now to artificial intelligence. Next, Big Future notes that the rise of open-source AI highlighting models like DeepSeek could disrupt monetization, making advanced tools so widely available that many traditional software models become obsolete. Since releases like Meta's Llama 2 in July 2023, open-source AI is democratizing access, rapidly lowering development barriers and shifting economic value from proprietary platforms to global developer communities. Universities, tech giants, and regulators are all engaged in shaping this ecosystem. Meta recently launched monetization features for its open-source AI hub. Hugging Face saw enterprise adoption jump 40% in July, and Google Cloud introduced a pay-as-you-go API for open-source models, signifying major strategic pivots in deployment and usage. Near-term, small businesses and startups benefit from reduced costs and greater productivity, but established firms may see compressed profit margins as monetization shifts toward premium support, integration, and cloud services. In the medium term, commoditization of AI lowers incentives for proprietary innovation and could substantially reshape economic competition, with new hybrid monetization schemes combining open source, freemium, and commercial APIs likely to change digital business models. Now, onto the markets. International stocks were mixed as Germany's EWG slipped by less than 0.1%, while France's EWQ edged up slightly, showing strength among European peers. The UK saw EWU decline by 0.55% for the day, with Italy and Spain almost flat but maintaining modest gains month over month. Netherlands and Chile registered day declines of nearly 1%, with Chile close to unchanged for the month, while Belgium's EWK held steady, up just 0.8% month to month. Japan's EWJ lost almost 1% for the day. India's INDA posted a daily increase around 0.2%, reflecting positive momentum. Taiwan's EWT surged 2.7% for the day, outperforming Asia despite monthly weakness, while Hong Kong's EWH dropped nearly 0.9% but showed strong monthly growth. In commodities, gold's GLD dropped almost 1.5% on the day, and silver's SLV moved lower by 2.1%. U.S. oil's USO jumped 1.3% for the day and surged 25% month-on-month. Agriculture ETF DBA edged up 0.1% for the day, while corn slipped 0.6% but rose 4% over the month. The S&P 500 ETF SPY gained 0.72% today, with Microsoft MSFT climbing over 3% and NVIDIA up almost 3% as tech leaders, while AMD declined by nearly 2%. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.